Good evening and welcome back to the final episode of Etown News for the semester. I'm Gabriella Schill.
And I'm Katie Hartman. Holiday parade, winter choral concert, and more coming up after this.
Elizabethtown College has their own student-run radio station here in Steinman. Students in any year can join to be a DJ and there's no prior experience needed. We have many great DJs for this semester. To listen to our DJs, tune in on the radio or use the TuneIn app to listen to WWEC 88.3, The Sound of Elizabethtown.
Did you know that National Cookie Day was this week? The occasion falls on December 4th, but Etown is celebrating December 5th. This Friday, stop by the Bowers Center Demo Kitchen from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Reckwell's annual Cookie Day celebration will feature some employees' and students' favorite cookies. Get into the holiday mode with some warm drinks and festive music. Students can also receive a free Etown holiday cookie recipe book just for stopping by.
Elizabethtown College lit up as it drew crowds of students and families from the community. Elizabethtown's Jenna Wilson takes you to the heart of the tree lighting.
We were so excited to get the opportunity to host one of our favorite events this year.
I want to welcome you to my hometown and say how wise you are to come to Elizabethtown College. Very good.
I call Etown my second home, even though my real second home is my grandparents' house, but this is my second home. I can't wait to come back here every single year, and it just fills me with so much warmth to know I have people here I can say hi to, that know my name, and just be a part of a big group of families. So, yeah.
It's just a typical Wednesday night, and everybody on campus is out, and everybody's so festive, and everybody's in a good mood, and everybody's talking to each other, and it's just a really nice night where we all get together and we have fun and we listen to people singing and people reading stories, and it's a really nice way to kick off the holiday season.
3, 2, 1.
At Elizabethtown College, I'm Jenna Wilson from Etown.
The tree lighting is a fan favorite holiday tradition.
The Mars Wrigley Holiday Parade will return to Elizabethtown this Saturday. Beginning at 4 p.m., organizations and floats will make their way down to Market Street to ring in the holiday season. It's open to the public and Elizabethtown students. The event is sponsored by Mars Wrigley, which manufactures chocolate products like M&Ms, Snickers, and Twix. They have a plant in Etown and have sponsored the parade for several years now.
Are you looking for some fun plans to get you in the holiday spirit? Look no further than the Etown Winter Choral Concert. This Sunday at 3 p.m. in Leffler Chapel, Etown choir groups will take the stage to perform a variety of holiday-themed numbers. Music will range from Christmas classics to modern favorites. Groups include the Etown Concert Choir, the College Community Chorus, and the Treble Ensemble Fennis. This event is free and open to the public. Come out to support the Etown Choir and all their hard work this semester. Now here's Ava Deeter with your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Katie. Etown athletics were on hiatus over Thanksgiving break, but saw many teams in competition the previous week. Women's basketball remains undefeated after narrowly beating Susquehanna on November 22nd. The Blue Jays entered the fourth quarter down 6 points, but a late surge by Ella Gordon and Cameron Mangle helped Etown win 59-56. McKenna Mummert was Elizabethtown's leading scorer with 17 points. The team is currently ranked 17th in the country among Division III schools. They'll be in action this Saturday when they take on Goucher. Despite trailing by 12 points at halftime, men's basketball came back to beat Lebanon Valley 92-89. Austin Finarelli had 32 points in the game, including 2 clutch free throws that secured the win. Woody Mikado contributed with 7 rebounds and 1 assist. They improved to 5-1 on the season. They'll travel to Madison, New Jersey this Saturday for a matchup against Drew. Wrestling had a successful outing at the Scotty Wood Invitational. The team placed second out of 9 schools and saw many individual championships. Gavin Fair, Gannon Smith, and Sav Nuitadami all took home first place in their respective weight classes. Devin Jackson, Braden Scott, Justice Hockenberry, and Will Davis all earned silver in their brackets. Also making the podium was Roman Polcha and Owen Hefner, who took home third place. The team will be back on the mats this Saturday when they host the Blue Jay Classic in the Bowers Fieldhouse. 2 members of the men's cross-country team traveled to Spartanburg, South Carolina to compete in the NCAA Division III Championships. Derek Kendig and Will Inglis qualified for the race after earning all conference and all region honors for Elizabethtown. Kendig placed 274th, while Inglis placed 282nd out of the 291 finishers. For the second consecutive year, the University of Wisconsin lacrosse took home the team championships. Both of Etown's runners will be back on the team next year and look to make it even further. The men's and women's swim teams competed in the York Spartan Splash from November 21st to November 22nd. For the men's side, they finished the weekend in 5th out of 7 competing teams, totaling 422.5 points across the event. Notable finishes included the team of seniors Leif Huffman and Austin Smith and sophomores Baron Bishop and Marco Niosi, who took second in the 400 medley relay on Friday. On Saturday, that same team took third in the 200 medley relay. To round things out on Sunday, Hoffman took fourth in the 200 back and Bishop notched a fourth-place finish in the 200 breaststroke. The women finished in 6th out of 7 teams with 376 points. Senior Kaylee Blair kicked Friday off with a strong second-place finish in the 500 free. Blair turned in another second-place finish in the 100 fly on Saturday, and junior Katie Medora impressed by taking first place in the 400 IM. The Blue Jays won't get back into the pool until Sunday, January 11th, when they take on Scranton at home at 1 p.m. for their senior day. Many NFL teams had plenty to be thankful for this Thanksgiving, while others went home empty-handed. The Packers and Lions kicked off the day in dominant fashion in a contest that saw Green Bay come away victorious 31-24 in a close divisional battle. The Chiefs continued their shaky season with a loss to the Cowboys 31-28. They currently sit outside of the playoffs, which would be the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career he would miss it. Joe Burrow returned Thanksgiving night after missing multiple weeks due to a toe injury. He led his Bengals into Baltimore and came away with a big victory over the Ravens. Other notable games from the weekend saw the Panthers take down the Rams, who were the #1 seed in the NFC. The Seahawks shut out the Vikings 26-0 in an embarrassing outing from quarterback Max Brosmer, who threw 4 interceptions. The week concluded on Monday night when Drake May and the Patriots dominated the Giants 33-15. After weeks of speculation, Ole Miss football coach Lane Kiffin is leaving the university. It was announced on Sunday that Kiffin would be leaving his current team for LSU next season. However, he is not allowed to finish out the season as the Ole Miss coach. That means the Rebels will enter the college football playoffs without their coach as uncertainty looms for the next season. That's all for sports. Now over to Erik Rodriguez Jr. for the weather.
Thanks, Ava. Winter is finally upon us, Jays. Be prepared for freezing lows in the 30s and some of the first snowfalls of the season. Thursday, the 4th, will be partly cloudy with a high of 38 and a low of 15. Temps will plummet on Friday with a high of 28 and a low of 24. Expect mostly cloudy weather for most of the day. Saturday calls for a high of 35 and a low of 28. Be prepared for possible early morning snow showers. The sun will reappear on Sunday with a high of 38 and a low of 29. Monday will be mostly the same, with partly cloudy weather and a high of 37 and a low of 22. The partly cloudy weather will stick around yet again on Tuesday, with a high of 34 and a low of 26. Finally, Wednesday calls for late night showers. Expect a high of 37 and a low of 29. That's all for weather. Now back over to Gabriella and Katie in the studio.
Black Friday shoppers showed up in record numbers this year despite economic uncertainty. According to Adobe Analytics, an e-commerce tracker, U.S. consumers spent nearly $12 billion online Friday. Spending increased by nearly 10% compared to last year. This year's top-selling items included video game, consoles, electronics, and home appliances. Data shows that in-store traffic continues to plummet as more retailers are opting to stretch sales for a week rather than a single day. 4 people are dead and 10 others are injured following a shooting in Southern California last Saturday. The shooting occurred during a large family gathering at the banquet hall in Stockton, California. Authorities say that evidence suggests this was a targeted incident. The suspected shooter remains on the run, and detectives have yet to determine a motive. The city's deputy mayor said the shooting occurred at the children's birthday party, but the authorities have not confirmed the type of gathering. The status of the victim remains unknown, but authorities have confirmed victims including both adults and children. The death toll in a catastrophic apartment complex fire in Hong Kong continues to rise. The fire started last Wednesday evening and spread across 7 of the complex's 8 buildings. The death toll now stands at 146 as investigators continue to search through the building's ruins. Another 100 residents remain unaccounted and nearly 80 have been confirmed injured. Authorities have arrested 3 executives from a construction company on charges of manslaughter. Investigators say highly flammable materials installed by the construction company caused the fire's unusual rapid speed. Hong Kong officials announced the immediate suspension of all projects by the same contractor.
Disney's Zootopia 2 has made history in the box office during its opening week. Over the weekend, it brought in $96 million in North America alone. But the record-breaking number is the $556 million globally since its opening last Wednesday. This gives Zootopia 2 the highest international opening ever for an animated movie. This is especially impressive since the sequel is coming out almost a decade after the first movie. Like the first Zootopia, it follows Jennifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman as Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. On Tuesday, pop star Sabrina Carpenter made her feelings known to the White House. On their official X account, the White House posted a video of immigration and customs officials handcuffing people set to the star's song, Juno. Carpenter replied to the post, "Do not ever involve me or my music to benefit your inhumane agenda." The White House spokesperson doubled down, saying they would not apologize for deportations. This isn't the first time the Trump administration has faced backlash from creators for using their content in promotional material. In recent months, Nintendo, Olivia Rodrigo, and the publisher of Franklin the Turtle have all spoken out against the use of their content by the Trump administration. Over the weekend, an employee got quite a surprise when opening their store. In the bathroom of this Ashland, Virginia area liquor store was a raccoon passed out drunk. According to a local animal control officer, the raccoon had fallen through a ceiling tile. The animal then got into the shattered whiskey and scotch bottles on the bottom shelf, indulging too much to make his way out of the store. However, there's no cause for concern. The raccoon was taken to a local animal shelter to recover. The shelter was confirmed that he sobered up and was released back into the wild.
That's all for this semester, Jays. See you in the spring. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ECTV40 for all the latest updates on our shows. I'm Gabriella Schill.
And I'm Katie Hartman. Have a great break and remember to
Take flight, E-Town!